H2O for HOAs is a one-of-a-kind educational event for HOA board members, property managers, and landscapers. The event is held in partnership with 16 cities and water districts throughout Orange County, working together to educate the HOA community about water-saving techniques, eliminating urban runoff that pollutes our local creeks and beaches, and protecting water quality. Now more than ever, it's important to educate our communities about the programs and resources that are available throughout their cities and water districts to assist them with saving water and money. The HOA communities have taken notice, with more than 100 stakeholders in attendance, both in person and online, coming together to learn from one another and make a difference.
There's not another place to get this type of information consolidated in one place. It's regional, that really brings people together.
The H2O for HOAs is one of the greatest programs we have that we started in Moulton Niguel Water District, because when we really look at the water use in South Orange County, you're looking at HOAs really using a lot of that water. So how can we best educate the board members, the community associations, so that we have efficient use of water?
The most interesting and critical lesson that I learned this morning was I didn't know that over 51% of the water that each household would use, for example, in my city, would be spent on landscaping and basically outside of your house. So that was very crucial to know, because I'm going to be conveying that message to my neighbors, my friends, my constituents, that by conserving water in the landscaping area, they can be a true citizen for our city to conserve more water.
Talk about partnership, the cities, the water agencies, the communities, our residents. This is where we all come together and figure out how we can all do our part. And every year it's growing, every year we learn something new and make new friends. So this is one event that I do not miss, and every year it just seems to get better.
What we sell is service, okay? And part of the service is educating our public. And I think it's very important that as policymakers and drivers, that we understand what we are providing our customers. I don't call them ratepayers, I call them customers. But we need to know what the product we sell is, and it's service. And we're doing that in education here today. That's a good thing. I'm very proud of the Water District and their outreach and their educational services. As I said in there, that's where it starts. It all starts with education.
You know, the information is so needed in communities, because so many times people get elected to HOA boards and don't know where to turn for valuable resources. There's just so much good information that people can get in one morning's worth of events. Great rebates, great vendors, great information all the way around. I think what people who would be watching H2O for HOAs need to think about is engaging their community more in making decisions towards working towards a more sustainable landscape. I think there's a big call for it, especially in younger generations, and I think it's time to be better stewards of the land and the water that we're given. I think times are going to get a lot harder ahead if we don't see the water that we've historically had in Southern California. There are a lot of pressures on that water from Northern California wants their water, Colorado River water. People, are going to be asking for more and more water, so we've got to be more sustainable in what we do.
This isn't a problem unique to one agency, to one city, to one aspect of the community. It's all of us. We're all dealing with the same types of challenges on water management, same types of challenges on fire protection and fire hardening. We're all dealing with the same issues and challenges. So I think bringing a bunch of resources together helps to broaden the pool of people who can get exposed to those types of discussions and conversations. And we're not going to solve it by ourselves. Hearing ideas from others, learning from other people, from other entities, from other agencies, agencies collaborating on solutions, we're going to be able to solve these problems together a lot better than we will individually.
75% of residents in South Orange County live within a homeowners association, so the decisions made at that level really have an impact, a significant impact on how water is used, and that translates into impacts on the environment. We know that we know from some of the presentations today that outdoor water use makes up about half of all water use in this area, and so if we can build more resilience, more sustainable landscaping outdoors within those HOA communities, that translates to less runoff during dry weather, impacting our local waterways, which only goes to help improve the environment. So I think all around everyone wins when we're talking getting HOAs on board with water use efficiency.
Even just on my own street, I see more and more people caring about conservation and installing drought-resistant plants, whether it's part of a particular program or on their own, and they're doing a lot of research. So I found it very interesting to hear how important it is with the HOAs, both the installation, the infrastructure, the design, and then how to maintain the plants. So I like the integrative approach. I thought it made sense. It kind of painted the picture.
I think the big takeaway from today is to understand the urgency of our actions. And as we face another mega drought and all these conditions that are lasting from 2020, we really have to be prepared to be more resilient than ever. And we learned today about great resources, tools, and met people who can help us. And it's really about continuing that relationship and all figuring out what can we do better, different, or more so that we can all be resilient together.